So this time last week, I did this video, the top 10 most valuable Pokemon cards of Scarlet and Violet. And well, in the week since that video has come out, the prices of these cards, they've crashed hard. And I thought today was a good chance to go through that list and show you what the values are just a week later. Because I actually think this video could be a good cautionary tale for those of you out there that like to go and buy the cards the moment a set releases. Because you're going to notice some big differences. Let's go. Alright, so just before we jump into the list, firstly, the prices are accurate as of this date on screen. So I did some checking and everything. So if you're watching this like a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the line, they might have even changed a little bit more. So if you're looking to buy some of these cards, do make sure to do your research before you go and buy them as well. And as always, make sure you've hit that subscribe button here on the channel. If you love this type of content, you want to see more of it, hit that alert bell. We've got some live stream giveaways coming up, and give the video a like as well. It'd be much appreciated, especially if you found it helpful. Kind of helps YouTube share the video out there and hopefully show it to a few other people. Anyway, let's start jumping into that list. In 10th place, we did have the Arcanine and the Gyarados EX, the full art cards. Really nice cards. They were going for about £25 each beforehand and came in joint 10th, where they're now going for about £20 a card. So they haven't dropped by a massive amount, but they're like actually the least amount of drop out of any of the cards in this list. These are the ones that have held like most of the value. So that £5 drop per card actually that's not bad at all when you compare it to some of the stuff coming up, that's for sure. In 9th place with the Koraidon EX Gold card, was going for about £32. Well guys, it's now going for £17. So yeah, that's nearly halved in value in just a week. That's pretty nuts. Then we had a joint 8th. We had the Arven and the Penny, the special illustration support rare cards. Really, really nice cards, by the way. Beautiful. They were going for about £35 each. Well, they've massively dropped now. The Penny has gone down to about £18 and the Arven has dropped to £13. That's like crazy. That's gone down so much. In 7th, we had the Great Tusk EX, the illustration rare version of the card. That was going for about £37 on launch. Well, that has dropped again by a lot. £15 you can get that card for now. In 6th place, we had the Miraidon EX Gold card. Beautiful card once again. That was going for about £40 on release. That is currently now £23. So yeah, another big drop. In 5th place, we had the Miriam full art card. Not the alternate art version, like the special illustrated. The one I'm showing on screen, of course, just the standard full art. Now, that was going for about £50 on launch. People were buying that up as well, a lot at that price. Well, you can now get it for half that, £24. That is now going for. That is a massive drop. And yeah, there'll be some people with their fingers burnt on that, that's for sure. In 4th, we had the Koraidon EX, the special illustration rare. Beautiful card. I still love the artworks on these, by the way. They just don't have the value right. This was going for around £60 around launch. Well, guys, it's gone down to about £35 now. In 3rd place, we had the Gardevoir EX, the special illustration rare. Again, another gorgeous card. That was going for like £70 on launch. Actually, even a couple of days before launch, they were selling for nearly £100. They actually dropped by like £20 in like 2 days beforehand. Well, anyway, it's tanked again, £35. In 2nd place, we had the Miraidon EX, special illustration rare. And it is still like the 2nd most valuable card in the set, but it's going from £80 down to £50. That is again a massive drop on that card. Okay, and in 1st place we had the Miriam. This was all the talk that everyone wanted to get this card. This was the chase card and it was going for like £150, £160 on launch. It was going nuts. Well guys, yeah, this has dropped so much. It's now about £60 in value, and actually it looks like people are even starting to undercut themselves even more at this point, and I could see it getting down to that £50 mark within the next few days as well. That is just crazy how much that's gone down. So here is the up-to-date top 10 list, guys. As you can see, the Koraidon is now coming in at 10th rather than the Gyarados and the Arcanine were in joint position. You've got the Penny in 9th, the Gyarados and the Arcanine at 8th and 7th respectively. Now they've actually jumped up and I've actually seen the least amount of decline in value. The Miraidon EX coming in 6th now, Miriam Full Art coming in 5th, the Koraidon EX coming in 4th, the Gardevoir EX Special Illustration Rare coming in 3rd, the Miraidon EX in 2nd, and the Miriam in first. But as you can see, guys, with the comparison to the old price and the new price next to it, they have really dropped in value. And I think there are actually a few reasons to why this price drop has happened so much in comparison to past sets. Because, guys, prices of cards will always drop from release, and I always say it, and I always like preach to people, do not buy cards when a set releases, because they will drop as more and more people buy cards, and then you start to get the market sort of levels out. But I haven't seen stuff drop quite as drastically as this set, but I do think there are some reasons. For example, I don't think the quality of the cards is seeming quite as good as it was in the past. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't perfect during Sword and Shield era, not of course, but I feel like it's just, I don't know what it is. There's something about it that doesn't seem quite as good. For example, I noticed pretty much every holo that comes out of it, standard holo, they all start to bow. Yes, humidity can be a factor. However, in my office, for example, I've got thousands of Pokemon cards. None of my cards are bowing. And then I look at a pile of like Scarlet and Violet cards, and you can just see this whole section of bowed holos, and the reverse are fine, the non-holos are fine, and it's just that, and they'll be sat in an ETB or in I've got trays of cards there, and they'll be sat in there. Nothing else is bowing except for those holos, so I wonder if that has a factor to it. Also, the fact that pulls are a lot easier to get. The big chase cards are definitely not as hard to get in this set, and a big factor for that is the fact there's no rainbow rares anymore. Whereas when you buy a booster box, for example, your rainbow mare might be your big card from the box, or that's takes part of the pull ratio, shall we say, away from it. You don't have them anymore. You've literally got these and then the gold cards. So I think the chances are you're pretty much 99% of the time gonna get yourself like an illustration rare from a booster box if you open it. So I just think a lot of these big chase cards have just been getting pulled left, right and center, and people are just sticking them straight on eBay, to be honest, to try and make money. So we're actually seeing a lot of people pulling them, a lot of people selling them, and it's a race to the bottom to be the cheapest. And it's really had a big like effect on this particular set. I don't particularly mind, because I need to buy some of these cards for my like all art collection. So I think it's great that they're cheap. I know some people out there will be a bit gutted, because some people probably got their fingers quite burnt with this set on it. But that's what happens. It's Pokemon, right? There's no guarantees in it. At the end of the day, it's fun, it's a hobby, it's collectibles, and it shouldn't be your be-all and end-all of investment and trying to make lots of money. You know, there's so much risk if you try and do that at Pokemon. And hopefully this set and like what's happened with this is like a cautionary tale to people out there who are going quite hard on like new Pokemon sets when they come out, because this can happen just as bad as this. These have gone very low. But what do you think? Why do you think personally that the prices of these cards have like crashed so hard in such a short period of time? Let me know in the comments down below. Really actually interested to hear what you guys in the community have got to say about this, and get your thoughts on it. Let us know in the comments down below. Other than that though, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content just like this. Ring the alert bell as well for all the live streams and other giveaways and stuff we've got coming up. Drop the video a like as well, it'd be much appreciated. Stay safe, see you in the next one. Peace.